The mixed division has already started, with mixed Easterns and Colorado Summer Solstice occurring. I'm doing the majority of this writing before Colorado Summer Solstice, so I will not have updated notes there, as I won't have time to get this out before PEC East most likely. If there are any major notes, I'll leave them here or mention them in the comments if there's anything you note. In the mixed division, I think many strength bids are up for grabs, with nearly 15 plus teams in contention for them. I think the regular season will be chaotic, in a good way, due to this. Before we start, please leave in the comments and check the comments for any major additions or subtractions to note from teams, and any key results from Colorado Summer Solstice this past weekend. The Great Lakes are headlined by back-to-back national champions Ann Arbor Hybrid. Hybrid is entering the season once again as favorites to win club nationals, but also favorites to win World Ultimate Club Championships. They have a roster uploaded, and once again, it is stacked. But one key piece is missing, which is Aaron Bartlett. A back-to-back All-American first-team player is a big piece, but Hybrid will be A-OK. Hybrid will be at US Open, Pro Champs, and PEC East. Are they capable of three-peating and winning Worlds, potentially becoming one of, if not, the best mixed dynasties ever? Toronto Union was close, but failed to claim a bid for the Great Lakes last season. Last year, they attended PEC East and did not perform well, while this year they are at PEC East again. A good performance there can be enough to claim a bid, but they will need to pull off some upsets. Cincinnati Steamboat is attending Elite Select Challenge. They may not be capable of claiming a bid with their tournament schedule, but if Union claims one, they may be able to play spoiler, but the odds wouldn't be in their favor. I think this region ends with one bid, and if that is the case, Hybrid will easily take it and head to the Nationals with a three-peat in mind. The Southeast had a huge storyline last year and was with Savannah Conspiracy defeating Parliament and Shine at regionals to claim the third bid in the region. This team had no reason to make nationals, but through the power of friendship and family, they did it. Because of the feat, they are now attending PEC East and Elite Select Challenge. I have no idea what to make of this team. I vaguely remember the Old Two World interview one of their players were on, and this team genuinely feels like an advanced pickup team. Like the players lived all around the Southeast, and they were there just for the joy of it. I may be wrong, but that's how I picture them. I'm very curious to see how they will perform this year. A quarterfinalist from last year, Durham Toro, headlines the top of this region. It feels like Toro took a big step last year after missing nationals in 2023 and 2024. They will be at their best set of tournaments yet, attending Pro Champs, US Open, and Elite Select Challenge. With this competition, they are bound to be in the upper echelon of the rankings throughout the season. I'm curious to see if they could back up their quarterfinal appearance or even make a run to the semis this year. Nashville Shine claimed the second bid in the region, but failed to earn it at regionals. Shine is getting younger on the MMP side, but they are filled with athletes. They are attending PEC East Elite Select Challenge. To me, Shine is in that tier of teams who I have penciled in to claim a strength bid for the region, but nothing is set in stone yet. Huntsville Space Force, by the narrowest of margins, claimed the third bid for the Southeast and earned the second bid to make nationals in 2025. Their performance at nationals was nothing to write home about, getting fourth in their pool. Space Force is attending US Open, PEC East, and Elite Select Challenge. Being at US Open will be huge for them, as last year they attended Pro Champs and won 2 games, which helped them greatly in the rankings. If they do it again at US Open, they could be in that same tier of teams vying for a strength bid. Lastly, although they aren't attending any major tournaments, Asheville Parliament can maybe make some noise if this is a 3-bid region. I do think this region will get 3 bids because of a strong enough performance at US Open from Space Force, leaving us with Toro, Shine, and Space Force going to nationals. The Mid-Atlantic is led off by Washington, D.C. Raleigh, who made the pre-quarters last year at nationals. Raleigh is a big loss of Theo Shapinski to Zist, who put up 10 goals and 15 assists at nationals last year. Despite the loss, this team should still be in the nationals conversation. Attending US Open, PEC East, and Elite Select Challenge gives them a good tournament schedule. Despite being second in the region the past 2 years, Philadelphia AMP may take over that top spot. AMP is gaining James Pollard and Grace Maroon to their squad. Between Rally and AMP, the teams feel close in talent, and these additions could push them over the hump. AMP is at PEC East and Elite Select Challenge this year. Both Rally and AMP need to perform well in the regular season so they can both be in bid earning range, as a one bid Mid-Atlantic region would be brutal for both teams. Even if this region has two bids, there are some competitors to note. Our first competitor is Pittsburgh Port Authority, who lost in the game to go last year against AMP. They will be attending PEC East and Elite Select Challenge, like AMP. This team is currently in the same pool as Rally at PEC East, which could be a litmus test on if they can go shot for shot with the top team in the region. I don't think Port Authority will take the jump to claim a strength bid, but if it were a two-bid region, they will be a team to look out for come regionals. Baltimore Anthem and Philadelphia Cupcakes are both attending PEC East as well. I don't think either team will claim a strength bid, but they could be threats by regional time. Last year, Anthem took Rally to Universe Point at regionals, so they are true threats in the region. I think the Mid-Atlantic does get two bids, with AMP and Rally taking them, with AMP taking the region and becoming the best team in the region by a clear margin. The Northwest had, for most of the season, top 3 team in Seattle BFG, but they failed to make nationals after Seattle Mixtape won off of a Universe Point Callahan in the game to go. Missing nationals means they are missing the big tournaments, but are still attending PEC West and Elite Select Challenge. This may be for the better, as since Mixtape made nationals, they have a better schedule this year, attending PEC West and Elite Select Challenge like BFG, as well as US Open. Having a stronger schedule gives Mixtape a higher likelihood of being able to claim a strength bid. Having a two-bid region would lower the chances of BFG getting eliminated in the fashion they did. Oregon Scorch, Salt Lake City Seago, and Seattle Spoke are all attending PEC West this year. At regionals last year, Seago took BFG to a 15-13 game. Despite the loss, playing that close to a team with a championship ceiling is impressive. All 3 of these teams can make noise at PEC West, but don't expect them to claim a bid for the region. If there are 2 bids though, I think they could pull off an upset over BFG or Mixtape. Ultimately, I don't think that happens, as I think we get a 2-bid region with BFG and Mixtape taking the bids. The North Central starts us off hot with the semifinalists from last year in Minneapolis Dragon Thrust. They are losing James Pollard and Chagall Gelfand, but are gaining Justin Burnett. Attending US Open and Pro Champs, and are easily the top team in the region, with minimal competition as well. I'm curious to see if they can finally get back to the championship after back-to-back semifinals appearances. The second best team last year, Madison Noise, has disbanded, meaning the talent is dispersing. I am unsure whether the players are going to other mixed teams or to women's or men's divisions teams, but there's one less potential threat to Dragon. St. Louis Good Company only played in sectionals and regionals last year, but ended up going to the game to go against Dragon Thrust and losing 15-10. The result ended up having Good Company attend Elite Select Challenge this year. I don't know anything about them, but Elite Select Challenge will give us a good showing of how competitive they truly are. I think the region ends with 1 bid and Dragon Thrust taking that lone bid. In the South Central, things are stronger with our other losing semifinalist in Fort Collins Shame. Shame ended up beating Dragon Thrust in the game to go to Worlds, so this team also has to go through that this season. Shame is attending US Open and Pro Champs. Their primary core is still intact, which continues to give me hope that they will make nationals and be a threat to make a run to the championship. Like I have said with all of these Worlds teams, with Worlds being on their minds, I wonder if the toll of these players going to and playing this much Frisbee will take a hit for the players. It'll be interesting to see, in all 3 divisions, how many of the winners are teams that attend Worlds. Austin Disco Club rebranded in 2024 and have made nationals both years in their new form. They have continuously gotten better each year, and I see that growth continuing. They are gaining D3 Women's Player of the Year, Rhea Stevens, as well as Caroline Stone. Disco Club is attending Pro Champs, US Open, and PEC East. Something in my guts is saying that this year Disco Club goes above Shame. I don't have any reason for it, just a prediction. Denver Mile High Trash claimed the 3rd bid in the region last year and lost on Universe in the pre-quarters. They also took shame to Universe at regionals last year. This year, Mile High Trash is attending PEC West and Elite Select Challenge. They have the tournament scheduled to claim a bid, but will certainly need to perform well to do so in order to claim the third bid. Even if this is a 2-bid region, they can pull off an upset, but with how strong Shame and Disco Club are, it wouldn't be all that likely, despite of how good Mile High Trash is. I think this region does end with 2 bids, going to Disco Club and Shame in that order. The Northeast miraculously got 3 bids last year to Nationals, and it was good as all 3 teams made at least the quarterfinals. Our first team to note is New York Zist, who were runners-up last year. Zist is gaining Theo Shapinski and continue to have Jolie Krebs. They are going to Elites once again. They will be at US Open and PEC East, as well as Worlds. This team is loaded and will continue to compete for a championship this year. Boston Slow are a model of consistency, making nationals every year since at least 2014. Certainly maybe longer, that's as far back as UltiRZR takes me. Despite not having Louis DeVille Bodwin, I see no reason that this streak stops. Slow is at Pro Champs, US Open, and PEC East this year, and yet again will be a staple at nationals. Medford Sprocket narrowly claimed the 3rd bid for the region last year, and it was great, as Tanner Johnson Go proved why they should be there. He had 17 goals and 28 assists at nationals, which not only led the team, but also led the nation in both stats. Sprocket is attending Pro Champs, US Open, and PEC East. They, alongside Slow and Wildcard, attended Mixed Easterns this year already, in which Sprockets fell to Slow and Wildcard, but who knows what to make of an early June tournament. Speaking of Wildcard, they will be at PEC West alongside Brooklyn Grand Army, who will also be at Elite Select Challenge. It is crazy how this region has 4 teams reasonably at PEC East and 3 teams at US Open, all with reasonable chances to make a run. It shows the depth in the Northeast, not only in the mixed club scene, but in Ultimate Frisbee altogether. I think the region ends with 3 bids, with the same 3 teams as last year in Zist, Slow, and Sprockets going to nationals. Lastly, the Southwest is going to be a doozy. Bay Area Mischief are at the top of the rankings in the region, despite not even making nationals last year. They won PEC West in the regular season, but lost to Tower and Lawless at regionals. Mischief will be at PEC West again this year. It is hard to truly have them at the top of the region after their performance at regionals last year, and with the depth in the region. They are still a contender to make nationals, but this region has many contenders. Sacramento Tower was one of 2 teams in the region to make nationals, and were oh so close to making the bracket, but just narrowly missed due to a tiebreaker. Tower will be attending PEC West and Elite Select Challenge this year, and once again are contenders. A Khalif El Salam-led California Burrito is next on our end-of-year rankings, yet Burrito also did not make nationals. Also falling to Tower and Lawless in the process, Burrito failed to earn the bid they claimed. They will attend PEC West and Elite Select Challenge. I am unsure if Khalif is back, but if he is, he has the talent to bring this team back into contention to make nationals. Phoenix Lawless entered regionals as the 6th seed and ended up being quarterfinalists at nationals. Travis Dunn led this team to the promised land, and then some. Lawless is joining the rest of the region at PEC West this year. That's not it. San Francisco Polar Bears and Los Angeles Lotus will also be at PEC West with the rest of them. Yes, 6 teams from this region are filling out the 12 spots at PEC West. That tournament is going to be a great showing of the hierarchy of where teams are in this region, because as of now, I have no clue how I would rank these teams. I don't have any notes on Lotus, but the Polar Bears have a roster on USAU, and it's pretty spicy. They're gaining the Gelfand sisters, Noah Fong, Evan Magsing, and Itai Chang. These additions can truly push them into the nationals conversation. With so many teams likely in this 10 to 25 range, I could see a world where this region has anywhere from 1 to 4 bids, depending on how clustered the teams end up being. I think this region ends with 2 bids, which would create a dramatic regionals yet again. I think Polar Bears and Mischief take the 2 bids. This region I feel the least confident on for so many reasons. But that's how it goes sometimes. With the projected Nationals field set, I feel semi-confident with my picks. Like I said earlier, there are so many bids up for grabs, which causes a lot of room for reasonable error on my end. I am hoping that this preview will help me tap into the mixed division more this year and make me more confident with my picks and rankings. I think the 4 semifinalists will be Zist, Hybrid, Boro, and Disco Club, with a rematch of last year's final in Zist versus Hybrid. But this year, Zist takes down the dominant Hybrid. Am I crazy for not picking Hybrid? Probably, but that's the of it. I hope this season is a great one, and I hope you have a great club season as well.